Welcome back to Scale Model Review. Today we've got something that's been highly anticipated by many people, and I've got to say I have as well. I think pretty much everyone loves a good Spitfire, and this is meant to be the dog's danglies as far as Spitfires go. The newest mould of it, best detail and things like this. I must admit I've had a quick peek before I've done this review, but I haven't had a good look, so I don't even think I've opened the packets. But anyway, this is the Eduard 148 Spitfire Mk.IXc late version and the Profi Pack edition. So obviously with the Profi Pack means you get all the extras in there as well. The box itself is a lovely bit of box art. I've actually got that as a wallpaper, which you can download from Eduard's site as long as you register your email with them. On the box itself you've got the 6 schemes that actually come with the model, which is excellent. I think I'm going to go for the NMF scale one. This is a bit of a backstory to that one as well, so that's why I think I'm going to go for that. But anyway, without further ado, let's have a look inside the box. Okay, we have not a great deal. Right, let's see what we've got here. Trying to save these bags. I think this is a model that's going to go up to the top of my list. I think I'm going to do the Kafir first, and then this is next, because I've just done a Spitfire, so I don't want to go straight into another one. Anyway, detail. The plastic is quite soft. It's a little bit flexible. It's not that hard like some of them. Eduard, their usual green plastic, is a bit harder than this. It does feel a bit softer. The level of detail is out of this world. I've got to say, I've never seen so many rivets on a Spitfire. Let's see if we can get you a good look at this. On the upper wings, let's just have a quick look first. Press marks, there's no, where they come out the press, there's none of those that are going to get in the way anywhere. Can't see any through the plastic either, which is excellent. But let's see if we can pick up this level of detail for you. I mean, I don't know if this is going to get that close. I'll try 3 different angles for you. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I'm hoping this is going to come out for you guys. But yeah, hopefully we've got some on there that'll pick it up for you. But I mean, the level of detail is superb. I mean, the rivets, I mean, you're not going to be able to go too thick with the paint, I don't think, because you'll lose some of that, I reckon, if you go too thick with the paint. So it's a very light coats of paint on that. Looking at the box art, it's a very faded pattern, so maybe, you know, just don't go heavy with the paints on that. That's probably my recommendation. The fuselage, lovely panel lines, really nice. I mean, it's hard to think this is 148. It just looks a bit smaller, but I mean, the level of detail is absolutely awesome. As I say, you're going to have to be careful that you don't lose that riveting with your paint, so you're going to have to be quite careful. But again, there's a couple of marks there, but they're outside the cockpit main cockpit area, so I don't think they're going to intrude at all. But apart from that, the press marks are in all the right positions. They're not going to get in the way. They're all they're not raised at all. They're all sunken, so they're not, you know, it's not going to stop the parts going together. There's a few locating points, very minimal, just like three locating points on the fuselage. But that doesn't seem as soft as the wings, I've got to say. That just seems slightly, the wings just seem a bit thinner than the fuselage. But I mean, the level of detail in there, I mean, really, you've got to see it. I don't think that's going to pick it up, but I mean, it is phenomenal, the level of detail on there. I mean, the rivets, my God, man. For any rivet counters out there, you've got your work cut out for you on this one. Count that lot. But Let's have a look at the, see there's only, there's 4 sprues of plastic. Now as with Eduard, they do go over the top with all the little details and stuff. You always tend to get a lot of extra tiny stuff that you need to glue. I mean, inside the cockpit here, you've got the sidewalls there, good level of detail. As you can see, some nice raised detail there that you're going to be able to pick up with a dry brush. Let's have a look what else on this one. Again, the detail on the tail fins and everything, you got like this double ribbing, so it's going to pull that out. That's going to look awesome once it's painted. I mean, there's the console for you. That's good. You should be able to do something with that. Can't see why not. Nice raised details and nice sized dials there that you'll be able to get in and do something with. I know you can get the photo etch set already and the brass in cockpit set, which is really nice, and I've got to say I was tempted, but at 30 quid for the brass in set, I just thought, well, that's the same, more than the model cost itself, and you really could, you could easily spend £100 on this with all the extras that Eduard have already made for it. Well, that is a bit of a shame. I would have thought tyres aren't weighted. Now I would have thought on something that's meant to be the be all and end all of Spitfires that they would have weighted the tyres on that. That's a bit of a shame. I know you can get the brass in tyres and they look awesome with the tread and everything, but again I don't think they're weighted either. Radiator detail, again, very good, very fine. The props, they've got this tiniest little bit of flash on the edge here, just here, but that's nothing that can't be sorted out. But very well moulded indeed. There's no, on a lot of kits that I'm doing at the moment, I find that you've got to end up scraping all the tiny little flash, not really flash is it, it's but with the scalpel, and there's just all these proud bits from the moulds, but there's nothing like that on this at all. We're not going to have to scrape any of this. The legs are a good nick as well. They're quite a nice little bit of detail on the legs there. I think overall it's a smashing level of detail on this. So the rivets, I just can't get over how many rivets there are. As I say, the only thing I would say is you're just going to have to be careful you don't swamp them with paint. You've got your hubs are separate from your wheels as well. Some people love that, some people don't. Personally, I do like it. I just think it gives a better level of finish. But let's have a look at the clear parts. This is something I like about Eduard. Their clear parts always come on these wheels, and I think that's a great idea. Always protected, you know. So, but they always come in good nick. Now let's have a look. Oh, very well. I'm going to say very. I'll say extremely clear. I think you could get away with not dipping that. It's that good, that clear. There's some tiny bits of detail, rivet detail on the front cockpit as well. So get you to have a look at that. I don't know if you can see how clear that is. And it's absolutely crystal. And there's some detail on there, as you can see. So very nice indeed. There's some extra little bits there as well. I think it's going to build up to be a lovely model. I mean, I just can't wait to see how it goes together. A couple of kits I've done recently, they promised to be absolutely awesome, like the Hurricane kit from Revel, but oh, what it's a pig to put together, it really is. Right, next we have the instruction manual. This is something I love. I mean, I've got to say, I've bought several Eduard kits recently because I just like the way that they do things. Their level of detail is excellent, but also the way they present their kits with all the colour manuals and very glossy. It's just very professional, and they just spent that extra few pence, chucked £1 on the price, and I'm very happy with it. But you go through here, you've got the sprue call-outs and everything, not numbered. The paint call-outs are for guns, they're aqueous and Mr. Colour, so I'm glad because that's what I use, so I'm happy that they did that. No conversion needed for that. Looking at it, it goes together very, very well. Logical, which is always good. Tells you where exactly you've got to paint. You can really pick these, because it's in colour, you can really pick out the areas that need to be painted. There's no second guessing it. You look at it and say, look, even just little areas like this where you've got to paint the edge. You see, just to remind you, you mustn't miss that edge. That edge is going to show, and I think that's, I mean, excellent. I mean, this is how all instruction sheets should be, without a shadow of a doubt. Eduard, I praise you. But apart from that, everything goes together. It's nice that they put the wheels on last. Again, this is how everyone likes to do it. The armament looks good as well. Got a couple of bombs to put on there if you really wanted to, which is excellent. The schemes, there's 6 schemes in here. You've got number 302 Squadron, flown by Henrik Digler. You've also got 312 Squadron North Weald, which is only up the road from me. So that would be a nice one to do. But that's Flight Lieutenant Otto Smick who flew that one. We've got 602 Squadron flown by Pierre Klosterman. 601 Squadron, which is Italian. It hasn't got. This is the one that I plan to do, mainly because you don't see Spitfires in an NMF pattern in a scheme whatsoever. But apparently, this is what they did. Is they stripped this back to bare metal, and I can't remember the reason why. But there was a reason. It was some mission or something, I think. And let's see if it's the aircraft was primarily. Was flown by 601 County London Squadron from July 1944. This is the MJ250. The unit was operating from the airfields of Perugia, Loreto and Fano at the time in Italy. The aircraft was used primarily for dive bombing operations. The MJ250 survived the war but was then scrapped. MJ250 was regularly flown by Flight Officer Desmond Ibbotson, DFC and Bar. This fighter race is credited with 11 confirmed and 4 probable kills with 5 damaged aircraft. He died on November the 19th, 1944 at the controls of Spitfire Mk.IXc. The camouflage colours were stripped down except for the upper engine and fuel tank cowling. These parts seem to be camouflage, probably taken from another aircraft. Note the unit badge on the fin tip. So quite a bit of backstory for that. So I have read somewhere why they stripped it. There was a reason, but I can't remember for the life of me. They're saying these parts that are still camouflaged are from another plane, parts from another plane. But it could be, I would have thought, anti-glare as well would be the reason why they left it. But I think that's definitely going to go the scheme I'm going to go with, just because it's so different. Although I would like to do the North Weald Wing. And there's another one from 401 Squadron in Tangmere. Now Tangmere is even closer than North Weald to me. I'm going to have to get another one, I think. I'm going to have to get 2 because I want to do that one as well now, because that literally is a 20-minute drive from my house. That's such a shame. Alright, okay, well I'm going to have to buy another one by the looks of it. And there's also one flown by Jerry Billing from 401 Squadron in France. And you've got all the stencil variants there as well. So very great markers, and I love they give you a full write-up on each plane, which is excellent. Who flew it, how many kills, things like that. I think that's excellent. Really good level of detail, and this is why I like Eduard. They're very professional with their approach. This is the Brazing kit you can get for the cockpit, which adds quite a lot to it. You've also got the Brazing wheels. Okay, they look absolutely awesome, but again, they're not weighted. Why? But you've got gun bay photo etch as well. This is out already, an engine. We've also got different exhaust ports. The fishtails there, yeah, the fishtail exhaust stacks. So, but you could easily spend this with the model. It's 100 quid. And while I was very, very tempted, I didn't go and do it. I just thought that it might be a little bit too much, and I couldn't justify it at the time. I think I might ask the wife to get me a Prezi. But there again, you can see all the photo etch specific to this kit. Okay, so there's a good lot of extras for it. I love that instruction manual. Got to say, that's the way to go for everyone. Laser cut photo masks, obviously Eduard masks. I tend to buy all my masks from Eduard because I haven't had one yet that's been wrong or not fitted properly. And I always buy masks for all my models because it just makes, if you're going to do anything, if you're going to have a static model, then you need a good cockpit, and you can't beat the masks for doing that. There's a fret of colour photo etch for the cockpit, which has seat belts, dials. Oh, some lovely dials. Oh, the dials are smashing. Let's see if we have a look at that. Look at that. Really, really good quality, those dials. They don't look like a photo just stuck on the etch like some of them do. And some of them are, you think, I'd rather paint that myself. But that, really, really nice indeed. Seat belts, good quality as well. Yeah, very impressed with that. Very nice indeed. And some extra bits and bobs there as well, which looks like pedal covers, runners, buckles, further odds and sods. Looks like an aerial on there as well. But yeah, nice to have a little bit of photo etch in there. Alright, decals. Two little decal sheets. And we've got the first one, which has got all the walkway inboards. They're very, very well presented. The writing's very clear for that size. Very easily readable. All good order totally. So, and the big set, they all seem to be in register. Oh no, don't tell a lie. There's a bit of white on that red roundel there. I don't see that. Tiniest bit just here. Which is a bit of a shame actually. It's a bit strange considering that this is going to be the Mutt's nuts. Apart from that one, well, actually, all the other roundels circles are slightly off centre. You can see that. Yeah, they're all off centre, all of them. So that is pretty poor. Oh, I've got to say, look, everything was going so well right up until I can't understand it. Everything else seems fine and in register, and again the decals are the adhesive surface is cut as close to the letter as possible, which is what I love. But that is, let's just give you another look at that. But you've got this bit here, a bit of white there, so not in register, and you can see the red on the roundels there, definitely off centre. So I think that we're going to have to go aftermarket with the decals, which is a crying shame, or the roundels at least. I think you just need a set of roundels for the plane rather than a whole set of decal sheets. So if you've got some 148s from another Spitfire in your collection from another build, then I'm sure they will do. But that is a real shame right at the very end there. That's a bit of a shocker really. You would have thought the amount of time and effort and advertising and everything they put into this, you think we'll make sure everything's perfect, and they come out with a really sloppy set of decals. That's really disappointing. That's going so well then. So Eduard, your instruction manuals are excellent, top notch, can't be beaten. Your quality of the plastic is excellent. The level of detail on this kit is way out there. The riveting is second to none. I haven't seen anything that good, to be honest with you. I mean, it really is. I don't think they've missed one single rivet on the whole plane, on the whole aircraft. I really don't. But you get to the decals and it's just the roundels. That's the only ones, just the roundels. So that is such a shame. So it means that you're definitely going to have to, if you're going to spend this sort of money on a 148 Spitfire, then you're going to have to spend a little bit more, I'm afraid, on some better decals. But apart from that, great kit. Can't fault the kit, can't fault the instructions. Decals woeful. But I shall still really look forward to building that. Just going to have to get some aftermarkets on the decals, which is a bit of a shame because I was hoping not to spend any extra money on that. But there you go. So that is the brand new Eduard 148 scale Spitfire Mk.IXc late version. Yeah, well, I know that a lot of people have got these, so happy building with this. And until next time, bye bye.